Hello, shut those up. Glad that you're fine. Wasn't the easiest weekend for me too. Glad to hear you're fine. Yeah, it's fine. Just some, life happens. The usual. Thank you, Big T. Yeah, I've made some glowing warp stones because I wanted to add something that pops on this, guys. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, that's very orky way. I wanted to start some orc work too, but I don't know. I have this need of paint some more scavens. Yeah, for like maybe an hour today. Oh yeah, it is. It is very addictive. Oh, and I couldn't wait. I just had to add the rider to it because I just wanted to see the whole effect. It's awesome. I love it. It's not finished, of course, but wanted to have it in one piece. Hello, everyone. Feel free to chat. Enjoy your stay here. I really wouldn't like to walk up in 40k because I know my luck. I would be like a frontline soldier for Astra Militarum, so my lifespan would be like 6 minutes. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a good life. They have this like fleets controlled by different hive minds, I think. But they are not organized. It's just a different like fleet hives. I think that's the name. That's more like a mastermind of them all. It's like a Zerg in StarCraft. I mean, that's the same, to be honest. They just, I don't know if they think they just work on instincts more. No, they are just, eat biomass, rinse and repeat until there is no biomass on the planet anymore. Oh, that's simple. If I could choose one character from 40k to be, that would be Karn. Because except for his brutality, he's like the most badass character in the whole 40k for me. Well, if you want to live long, that's Nurgle. Because they are like almost invincible. Yep, that's the only one who does. Although I think Korn loves Karn. I don't know. I think that's just made match in heaven. You must love your like most kitty servant, like the most. Yeah, but you don't feel it anymore. Ah, no problem, Tyler. Everything's fine. Some problems at work. Just a generic call. Thank you, Heidi. Ah, okay. I was wondering if I would like to be Dante. From one perspective, I would love to be a Dante because, come on, he's Dante. But being a Dante, like the whole stuff he saw and how long has he's been around, that must be very difficult, like for your sanity. So I don't think being Dante is easy. I think it's extremely difficult to be him right now. Yeah, I always say that everyone who plays 40k should get Marines one day because that's just what 40k is. And it's cool to play with your toy soldiers in a cool armor. And a big advantage is that at least here there's a lot of this is the most popular army around the world. So you can get a lot of second-hand stuff very cheap, especially here. For Space Marines, of course, not like the new stuff, uh, but a lot of primary stuff easy. Yeah, they are. They were created to be this kind of all-rounders, yeah. Yeah, I agree. And okay, beside that, they suck at meta right now. Uh, Playing Space Marines is pretty pleasant. It's very fun to play because you get the nice stats. You got this, 3+ save. You hit on trees with basically anything. Uh, you get pretty decent offensive in general. Of course, a lot of choices, like the biggest army ever. So if you are not like ultra competitive player, you can build your Space Marines whatever you want and have fun with it. Like you want tanks, here there's a lot of tanks. You want a lot of infantry, come on, it's a lot of infantry. Like it's very versatile. You want cool Space Marines? Just take some Blood Angels. You want yellow ones? Yeah, you can take yellow ones. It's like a lot of choices. And I'm sorry, Tyler, but I had to do that. I'm just laughing about some yellow Space Marines and cool Blood Angels. But honestly, I wouldn't go for generic Space Marines. I mean, I would go for maybe not Space Wolf right now, but I would go for Blood Angels, Dark Angels now, because you get all the cool Primaris stuff, and then you can have this really cool your own faction units. So it is even more versatile and cooler. And honestly, you can play it whatever you want. Like, you don't want to play Blood Angels as a Blood Angel player, you can just use generic units. But you have the option to play the cool stuff. I made some OSL here. I think it fits very good with this ball. I don't know. It's a ball. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I thought it's gonna pop, and the way it popped with this bright green, it is really good. I was a bit anxious about, that's like this is green and this is green, but they are so much different greens. They just pop it. It doesn't look boring. It's really a shame that this is the part that have some warpstone on it, but for example, these guys do not have. And I didn't want to force it, although it looks much cooler with it. Like, well, they don't have it, and I don't think I should force it, like paint some green bits just because I like the green. Doesn't seem right for me. So that's the guys who have it, and that's the part with no popping colors. So I'm gonna add something, but I don't know what yet. We'll see. I think I'm gonna add like this GZA's cables. Because I don't know. I just assuming that they shoot with some warp energy, like this here. It seems fine, like a big tank of warp energy stuff. So I think I'm gonna add this cable with this bright green too. I just want this pop of the color somewhere, especially when it makes sense. Oh yeah, yellow is nice, but I just cannot paint the yellow I want. I mean, like, I like the way I painted my tutorial Imperial Fist, but it's much more grimdark. It looks cool, it looks good, but I just cannot paint it like really like classical Imperial Fist yellow, like truly clean yellow. I just cannot do that. Like, ultra smooth, very bright, very like yeah, vibrant. Yeah, I think that's the word. I've seen it, and it usually looks bad, so I'm not doing that. But I get that. I've seen some cool 3D printed muzzle flashes and this kind of smokes, because the cotton is, yeah, it looks like a cotton. That's the problem, because the scale isn't right. That's the same when people just go and, I don't know, use sand on a basis. And I know I'm gonna like, I know I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna sound like a douchebag, but that's not the good scale of the sand, and it looks stupid because it doesn't look like sand. It looks like a very regular rocks, which sucks because nature does not work this way. Yeah, and it looks like this. It doesn't look like a sand. It just looks like a rubble, and very similar rubble, so it doesn't look natural. Because in this scale, sand is just a powder, to be honest. Cannot do it right. I mean, there are some paste with sand. I've been using it, and that's fine, but because that's a paste. It's in a scale, and it is prepared to do it. Oh, yeah. But it's organic, so it may start growing mold, and you don't want mold on your minis. That would be disgusting. Like, it would fit the death guards or or the rats, yeah. But I wouldn't like to play against it. Yeah, do it, leave it for like half year in some wet environment, and yeah, Papa Nurgle invaded. I don't know. I mean, I may be a bit busy later, so I cannot say yes or no. So it's probably no at this point. Hello. Yeah, party boy. That's the tax you pay for having fun. Yeah, I mean that would be nice for some time, but I don't know. I don't miss like hardcore partying. Honestly, I don't. I prefer Warhammer. Like honestly, I would like to play more Warhammer than party. Yeah, it is more civilized. I agree. Maybe I'm too old because I don't like loud music and a lot of people at the same place at the same time. I don't know. I think I'm old. Yeah, you are not advertising, Jota. It sounds even worse. So I prefer like a glass of whiskey and you know enjoy it alone. That sounds much more like me. It was years since I went to a party like this because, well, honestly, a lot of party life for me ended when the uh, pandemic started, obviously, and it never came back to the same level. Like even in uh, like I don't know, how do you call like a house party? I think house party. Yeah, I get that. I don't use it because it's illegal here. So yeah, and I drink like once a couple months. So yeah, I'm not the party type. We have it here, but it is shit. I've heard a lot of very bad reviews about the quality of the medical stuff. I am not going to risk my uh, lungs. And I quit smoking like regular cigarettes like 6 years ago, and since then I'm using the IQOS. I don't know if you have it in States or whatever you are, wherever you are. Like this heating tobacco system, I think that's the name, because it's not like a cigarette. It's a tobacco that is just getting into a vapor state. No, it's not vape. I do not vape. This is shit. Vape is pure chemistry. Yeah, IQOS, exactly. You have it in Spain for sure, because I've been buying it when I was in Spain. It's just that's the cigarettes is very small, like this one. It's closed, and that's the cigarette. Like you just put it here. It's magnetic. It starts heating itself. Yeah, it may be like a vaporizer, but you are not using this glycerin-based liquids or whatever. Yeah, I think we are maybe. But yeah, quit smoking like regular cigarettes. It was big for me because I've been smoking like pack and a half a day, like strong Marlboro Red, stuff. Yeah, this one is much better for my health. I mean, of course, it's still a poison, but much less uh, lethal, I think. Yeah, I mean, about like this vapes, like classic we talk about, like glycerin based. It's uncharted territory still, and the EU is trying to get rid of it. It's not that easy because they started to make like nicotine free versions. So it's technically, it's not selling nicotine, and a lot of kids using this shit. So I get that. I get the idea of regulating it. Hello. Yeah, I'm boring. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't party. Jesus, I'm old. These are for Warhammer, not for D&D. I'm glad I got the nickname. Chaplain bike, man, that's one of my favorite minis for Space Marines ever. I just love my Chaplain bike so much. That was like my go-to Warlord choice in a ninth edition because he was so freaking good back then. Yeah, I think all the science behind it, of course, like research and development, isn't that far like a classical cigarette tobacco. So it's much easier to manipulate the reality and lobbying the stuff. So it's all about the money. Let's be honest. I'm gonna check it style right now. Oh, Jesus, it's so colorful. Grapefruit reflection. Okay. It looks like a holiday tree. Now, real Sonic, just I don't know, check my Discord because we have a lot of channels. It's much easier to talk there about painting and tips and tricks. We got a lot of cool channels there. It's free, so feel free to join and enjoy using it. You're gonna get a lot of feedback there because it's easier when you show what you're doing. To be honest, it's much simpler then. I've painted, I think, 85% of all the Stormcast Eternal range. So I know something about it. I would say don't paint them golden. That's my biggest tip because I know it's GDAPs, whatever, but they look better in literally any color except for gold. Because in gold they look like a poor Custodes. They just try to make it like Custodes, but the Custodes models are much more interesting and much more like fancy. So yeah, it is not working out for me. Yeah, like a lot of people. I I think I spent about like 4,000 points of Stormcast, and like none of them were gold. I feel good about it. My hot take is that they look better in non-metallic color, like Space Marines. That's why Space Marines like look so cool because they are not painted in metallics, just the trims. I'm not talking about Grey Knights, of course, but regular Space Marines. I do some crazy stuff with my orcs, so I encourage you to do that because orcs are fun. You should do whatever the hell you want with it because that's how you should play with orcs, I think. Yeah, it is. I cannot wait till I gonna field fight like 2,000 points of it on the table. I just thought I want to get 120 boys. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but it feels good. I don't know. I get 10, so I need 110 to go. Yeah, it sounds a lot because it is. Oh, you did, Tyler? Okay. Yes, unless you go for tournament. But yeah, I get that. Then the rule of cool isn't the best. ATV and Outrider ATV squad. Okay. I don't know. The footprint is so freaking big. I know what you mean, but I was thinking about fielding two small units of not invaders, outriders because of flat two on a charge, which is amazing. But the footprint and not being able to go through the buildings is like ultra big problem for them. I don't know. If they were on the bases like Chaos Space Marines bikes or old bikes, uh, that would be better. But they are so big. They can screen like the whole field with 2 units, but yeah, you don't need that. I don't know much about Sigmar 2. I get that. I get that. But I don't know. No, I'm fine, thank you. Warhammer, what's up? Just painting some rats. More like thinking about painting some rats. Thank you, old man Kalsh. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, don't forget to like. It's always helpful to get some likes. Jesus, Zach, I just checked the photo. It looks like a. I don't even know how does it look like. Yeah, it looks like you could get firecracker into your mouth. It doesn't sound good. Yeah, it is the Orkis way to vape. What are the Jezais shooting the lore? Warplock Gislade. Long barreled rifle that fire glowing orb palette, so it makes sense to add this green color to the uh, cables or whatever it is, because yeah, it's not like a regular ammo, it's a warp attached ammo, so that makes sense. I was on a good track with it. No, I didn't. Good. Need to fix it. Why isn't you cooperate with me? Why? Thank you, Tiny Necromancer. Appreciate that. Yes, it's still in work in progress. Just added some base colors for now. The wooden frame isn't painted yet. A lot of details is missing, but the whole base colors are here. I went for this very rusty scheme with some metallics and dirty green. Yeah, it's gonna be completely wooden. So yeah, it's gonna be much more warm. And I haven't even touched the catapult. But same here is gonna be wooden by the. I'm gonna airbrush it with a wooden color and then paint the metallics because it is mostly wood here. But that's my favorite one, and he stands on here, so it's gonna be cool. I really appreciate this little guy here. Oh, oh yeah, it is moving. Well, yeah, it is fun. Uh, Unless you make a boo-boo and you glue it by mistake, then it's not fun. And trust me, I've been there. Not once. I got my drop pod that opens, which is super cool. It makes zero sense. It's easy and stupid, but it looks so good. That's our hammer, Germ. No, that's completely different games, completely different universe. And kill team and boarding action, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's having like 3 gatlings, and one is strapped to the chest. Yeah, that's perfectly normal, I think. I don't get that, but yeah, he does. No idea how it's powered, where the ammo goes, like from his chest, I guess. No, they are not, and I don't think they're gonna be. I don't know if it would or not. GDApps just don't want to add armies that already exist to other systems because you are not getting new models this way. They just add another army to the game, so you're gonna buy it, and millions of people are gonna buy it. As you can see, they are adding Emperor's Children, and I know millions of people gonna buy new models. So that's how the Games Workshop works. Let's be honest. It's not about fan base; it's about money. Oh, I think I touched it. Yep, I did. Okay, it's almost an hour. As I said, I only have an hour now today, so I'm gonna take some break now. Maybe I'm gonna be able to stream later, but I'm not sure. So, guys, thank you for being here, as always. If you want more, check my Discord. I'm there 24 hours a day. Yeah, not a lot. Check my Patreon if you want to support me. And have a wonderful day, guys. See you.